Hey, what's up, going? What's up, people? Just making sure my my live stream came on right. Okay, so what am I talking about? In defense of Logan Paul, maybe he's just misunderstood, kinda. Yeah. All right. Look, here's the thing. Unfortunately, I understand Logan Paul's sense of humor, and I kind of also feel like I might understand his um, social awkwardness. At the same time, he's very outgoing and very gregarious, very playful. So when you get that social awkwardness with that creativity and almost like, I don't want to call it genius, but ingenuity almost. It's almost an ingenuity type of thing when you have, like, it's almost like Asshole. Remember Asshole? They always kept coming up with these crazy things. I feel like he's a step or two away from that, which kind of gives me pause because I don't want to see him go all the way asshole. But at the same time, I feel like the things that he does almost borders on social science, social psychology, um, getting a response, figuring out what gets a response, and doing it, and that element of surprise. That it's almost like I don't want to give him too much credit because it may be just the way his brain works, which on some level that could be on another level, but on another level it could be like he just might be stupid. But I don't think that's it. You can't be dumb and on your 3 week, 4 week layoff launch an apparel company because YouTube is taking half your revenues now. That takes planning. That probably happened. That idea probably happened quickly, but he probably been marinating on it up to that point. But so let's go back. The first thing that they had an issue with was when he went to Japan, and he said it was like 400 yards off the road or whatever, off the outside the parking lot. And I can understand the curiosity of wanting to see something you had never seen before, even if it's a dead body. Some people see that too often and they may get numb to seeing it. So if you're not used to seeing something like that, I can see how you might giggle or smile or just not know how to react in that position. Okay. Then the next thing, I had actually last night I was going to do this before, like, and then I put it off to tomorrow, and then I'm bringing it back to today, just kind of like, okay, I'm just going to throw it together. All right. So this is just off the cuff from what I did last night. I really had to get into it because I wasn't really familiar with Logan Paul that much. My kids like to watch it. I remember seeing an interview where he was asking parents if they let their kids watch his podcast. And parents are like, yeah, I mean, it's funny. I think it's funny. Now, I mean, now that I see what kind of stuff and what kind of personality he has, I don't think it's a mean-spirited personality. He might be an asshole. He may be hard to get along with in real life. He may be easy to get along with. He may just, not want to deal with certain things. So he may be the type of person that'll cut you off real quick and be like, whatever, man, I'm just going on about my fun business, and you might take it the wrong way. These days, a lot of people get offended by things real quick. A little bit too quick, if you ask me. So I was watching somebody else, and they were talking about this newest thing where he tases a dead rat. A dead rat. Now, I used to work in a lab, a bio lab. My job was to find the micro the microvolts that were associated with the mitochondrial DNA. Right, I had to go through these articles and find out which page, what it was associated with, why, that, and the other. Okay, this is how they did these little mice and these rats. Okay, first what they do is they give them the medicine that they want to test, right? And then, in order to see the effects that it had on their blood and then their system, they cut the heads off and then they drain the blood. Okay. If you're upset about somebody tasing a dead rat, you can't be you can't be a person who likes to wear makeup. You can't be a person who supports science. I mean, the way I look at it, hell, he could have just wanted to see what a dead rat looked like with being tasered and see if it had the muscle connections to make it, jiggle again. I don't know. Maybe he's a scientist. I don't know. Maybe he's misunderstood. Maybe he's not. But I will say this: he's very entertaining. A very entertaining dude. Matter of fact, after this, I subscribed to him. Just because I was like, oh, let me see what else is due. Because I really don't know all the stuff that he's done. I may be completely off base. Matter of fact, I went and looked at his first video back. I went and looked at some of the other controversial stuff. The one where he did, I can ride your girl with no handlebars. Somebody got pissed off at that. Flowbots. The main guy from Flowbots, he got upset. I can understand. It's kind of like if Weird Al Yankovic takes over your song and then they don't remember your song, they remember the other one. I get it. But at the same time, he came out with a whole video. That's creativity, man. It's like I'm not addressing Jamie, from Flowbots on this issue. I'm just saying, like, in general, when you try to stifle creativity, man, you're gonna get you're setting yourself up almost for failure, because now you're taking away some of the you're taking away the creative juices, dude. You're sterilizing things. Everything's got to be perfect to your standards. I mean, there's some general standards, of course, but come on, man. There's got to be other stuff besides Logan Paul tasering a dead animal or videoing a dead body of somebody who committed suicide. The motherfucker committed suicide, supposedly, allegedly. It's called Suicide Forest. That guy wanted to fucking die. If he didn't want anybody to fucking see his dead body, he should have fucking covered that shit up. You worried about the integrity of the dead body? Fuck that dead body. It's a fucking dead body. If the spirit, hey, how about the fucking spirit, dude? You worried about something? How about the spirit watching somebody videotape the damn dead body? The dead body doesn't have anything in it. I get it. Motherfuckers are sensitive and shit. You need to focus and be worried about what somebody else is thinking. But you ain't worried about what somebody else is thinking when you see a dead body. You ain't never seen something like that before. So I'm just saying that different people have different personalities, whatever. I mean, so far I'm trying to figure out what people are upset about. Oh, Oh, give me a freaking break. So he launched Maverick merch, do it different. He said he's going to give $1 million to suicide prevention things. He fought a midget, threw him in the pool, or a little person. My bad. Whatever they call him. And somebody mentioned something about him being supporting eating Tide Pods. Okay, so where that comes from is that comes from in the beginning of his first video back, supposedly. He's on the beach, and he's like, come on, man, kids in Tide Pods have never been more tasty. Okay, so that was there. And then later on in the video, he mentions, he's like, what's up with kids eating Tide Pods? In my day, we ate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Okay, so he's not support. People are picking out any little thing that they can try to pick out, and people are jumping on it and making it a big deal, as it just like they did anything with PewDiePie. And then I was like, I saw PewDiePie's video on Logan Paul, and I'm like, well, let's see what PewDiePie. He's like one of these people who's like at that level and higher. Somebody who you could say, okay, at least he knows, he has perspective on this type of thing. He's been through something similar. He knows what it's like to make that much money, be that big on this platform, right? So I'm listening to him, and he's like, okay, it's almost like he doesn't support his style of YouTuber. He does think that he's attention hog. He does care about money, which sometimes he says, I don't care about the money. But, you know, PewDiePie had some really good points. Okay. And one thing that was you got to go check out PewDiePie's video too now on Logan Paul and this whole thing, because he addresses some things. I think it came out like a week or two ago. I'm not sure, but go check it out. Evidently, it doesn't seem like PewDiePie kind of, I don't want to say like or respect or anything like that, but he has a certain way that he looks at his brand, Logan Paul's brand of YouTuber entertainment. Okay. And I understand that's not his way of doing. He also said something about, oh, he's giving this money. He's like kind of, he's doing it because he's gotten this blowback. Whereas PewDiePie didn't really do that because he's just like, it's kind of disingenuous. If you really wanted to do that, then do it. But don't do it just because, the world is coming down on you. Or maybe that's the reason why you would. But I'm just saying, you're getting some heat. He felt like that was disingenuous. He also felt like that Logan Paul not knowing his demographic, the people who watch his videos regularly, he felt like he wasn't being completely honest, because he himself has lots of viewers, and when you go out and see these people at these different venues, like these different functions, you kind of see who your demographic is what he's saying. So on those issues, he said, he's calling bullshit, and I get it. So, I don't want to go all in on just like the bandwagon where people are trying to, jump on this young dude. He's like 22. I'm just like, he's 22. Man, I'm around 22, 23, 24-year-olds all the time, man. I'm like, wow, I'm like 20 years older than that dude. How much have I learned since then? Oh my, how much have I learned since 32? You know what I'm saying? How much have I learned since 25? He ain't even 25 yet, dude. So if you ask me, it seems like he might be ahead of the damn curve. At least you don't have to worry about money. He's learning, just like remember when Justin Bieber was running, driving his fast ass vehicle down the street, and the football player was like, "Yo, I'm about to." Was it Keyshawn? It was somebody. Somebody was like, "I'm about to whip his ass, drop riding down this damn street because my kids are out here." You know what I'm saying? There's certain things you have a different perspective on once you get a little bit older, and you start seeing things a different way. And then you have kids, and you really see things a different way. And then you get some land, and you paying all these taxes, then you really see things a different way. You know what I'm saying? The more skin in the game you get, the more paying attention you're gonna be doing. And the older you get, usually there's more skin in the game you're gonna have to put in. So, youngins, that's what y'all got to look for. Gonna have to have a little bit of foresight, after sight, side sight, hindsight, all kinds of sight. The best you can. So you can see what's coming and see what just came. And seeing what's here. So I think it'd be all right. Not really news to me, it's just something to chime in on because I see this happening all the time. And if it's something like, okay, he's just shooting, guns now, that's really reckless. He's just shooting guns like, okay, now we got an issue. But if he's on his balcony and he says, I just don't like rats, you know what I mean? It's a taser, dude. If you think about it, wouldn't you rather, some of these police officers pull out tasers and a damn pistol in some of these cases, or rifles? There again, he's playing safe. There you go. He's a funny dude. Anyway, that's it. That's my time. Tell me what you think. Is he just completely off base? Is tasering a dead rat or going to see a dead body in suicide? Should you feel bad for the guy because he's the one who committed suicide and left his body out there all uncovered for everybody to see? He could have done that shit at home. He had to go to Suicide Forest so that Logan Paul could go check him out. What you think? Whose fault is it? His fault for wanting to see the damn dead body? Some people have to see a dead body. Anyway, what's your take? I'm not expecting y'all to agree with me. I'm not expecting anybody to agree with anything I say, really, because I mean, hell, as long as I've been giving advice and as long as people haven't been taking it, I gotta expect for a bunch of people not agree a lot. That's just who I am this week. Anyway, peace out. Leave your comments, leave your likes, send this shit out to all your friends, so they can get mad at me. If you agree with me, don't let them get mad at you. Let them get mad at me. Tell them to send me the damn things, because I don't think this is a big deal, to be honest with you. It's like watching the news and they tell you about somebody's poodle got hit by a car or some shit. I don't fucking give a shit about the damn poodle. Did the person who drove the car have to swerve out of the damn street and hit a tree and die because of somebody's poodle being out in the damn street? That's what I care about. Anyway, tell me your thoughts. Leave your comments down there, and I'll holler at y'all later. I gotta go to work. Bye.